up against Democrat Anita DePalma. DePalma ran for this seat in 2008 and lost. You can see Bilirakis winning again, 72% to 28%.
Yeah, we're just getting word into our newsroom now that Kendrick Meek is conceding to Marco Rubio this evening. Here he is. Let's take a listen.
I want to thank the hardworking men and women of organized labor for standing in there with me. Thank you. I want to thank those individuals that believed in a Florida that could move forward on economic development and green initiatives, those that were willing to move forward in making sure that people throughout this state had someone who would be a defender for Social Security and to be able to fight for our men and women that once wore the uniform, our veterans. And I can tell you that being the only candidate in this race endorsed by the Veteran of Foreign Wars PAC and also the veterans of Afghanistan and Iraq, it's a great honor for me as an American to have had their endorsement. And I called Senator-elect Rubio. He was very gracious, and he wished me well, and he told me that we ran a great campaign, and I commended him on his campaign for someone who came from the outside to come inside to take the kind of commanding lead that he took in this race almost a month ago is to be commended. I told him, you know, we may disagree on the issues, but we do agree on principle. And I think he is to be commended tonight on his victory. And we will continue to march on what we stand for. I also talked to Governor Crist, very charitable words between the two of us. And he's in St. Petersburg tonight. But I can tell you one thing that the three of us have in common. We are looking forward to sleeping past 10 o'clock one of these days. I want to thank President Obama, and I also want to thank President Clinton for their support of my candidacy. I truly, truly appreciate their support. I appreciate support of Senator Nelson. Also appreciate the support of all of the local elected officials throughout the state of Florida, some 320 local elected officials that endorsed my campaign. I feel very good and proud of our campaign. I want to and thank you. And I thank the campaign staff like no other campaign staff that any other campaign has had. The fact that we, led by Abe Dyke, who's my campaign manager, and Tasha Cole, my deputy campaign manager, and also Raina and Joyce Postel and John Adrabi, who kept coming up with a new excuse like, do you believe in polls? I don't believe in those things. But I really appreciate his friendship. And also, I mean, there are a number of people that I can recognize here. I thank my pastor, Dr. George E. McRae, who was just a outstanding spiritual leader in this effort. Pastor Jackson, Art Jackson, thank you so very much, and so many others that cannot be here, including Rabbi.
All right, you've been listening to a concession speech by Kendrick Meek, the Democrat running in U.S. Senate. This is after the Associated Press declared Marco Rubio, the Republican in the race, the winner. And Kendrick Meek was just saying how he called Marco Rubio, congratulating him on this win. He said they may disagree on the issues, but they do agree on principles. And he said that he looks forward to sleeping past 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm sure many of the candidates feel that way. He also thanked President Barack Obama and President Clinton for their support during his run, and of course all those who supported his campaign. And our Linda Hertz